Once upon a time, in a small town called Maplewood, there was a woman named Clara. Clara was a kind mother with a gentle smile. She always helped anyone who needed it. Clara had 2 children, Mia and Jake. They were the most important people in her life, and she worked hard to give them a good home and a happy life. Clara loved telling stories, and she often shared stories with Mia and Jake about her childhood, her hopes, and her dreams. But there was one story Clara never told them. It was about her own mother, Lila, who passed away when Clara was just a teenager. Clara always felt very sad about her mother's death. As she grew older, Clara realized that she didn't know much about her mother's life or what she went through. This left Clara with a feeling that something important in her life was missing. One sunny afternoon, while cleaning her attic, Clara found an old wooden box. Inside the box were old photographs, letters, and a notebook with her mother's handwriting. Clara felt excited. This was her chance to learn more about her mother's life and write her story. Clara took the box downstairs and sat at the kitchen table. Mia and Jake were curious about what their mother had found, so they came to sit next to her. Clara told them that she wanted to learn more about their grandmother and write her story. "Can we help, Mom?" Jake asked with excitement. "Of course," Clara smiled. "You can help me read these letters and look at the pictures." As they went through the box, they found a photo of Lila as a young girl, laughing with her friends. There were letters from faraway places, telling stories of adventures. Clara felt excited and wanted to know more about Lila's life before Clara was born. The first letter was from Lila's best friend. It explained how they spent their summer picking flowers and running through fields. Clara read the letter out loud, and Mia laughed, imagining her grandmother as a fun and playful child. The letter talked about dreams, hopes, and the wish to travel the world. "Mom, did Grandma ever travel?" Mia asked with wide eyes. "I don't know yet, but I want to find out," Clara said. The next letter was from a distant relative, telling stories of Lila's life. The letter spoke of a brave young woman who dreamed of becoming a nurse. When Clara read this, she felt very proud. "Mom, that's amazing," Jake said. "Grandma wanted to help people." "Yes, she did," Clara said. She felt closer to her mother than she had ever felt before. "I think we've just found the start of her story." As the days went by, Clara, Mia, and Jake kept looking through the box, reading more letters and looking at more photographs. They found a picture of Lila on her wedding day, smiling happily, and another of Lila holding baby Clara in her arms. One evening, Clara found a letter hidden deep in the box. It was written with a lot of emotion and told about a difficult time in Lila's life. She wrote about her struggles as a single mother after her husband passed away. Clara could feel her mother's sadness through the words. "Mothering is hard," Lila had written. "There are days when I feel like giving up, but I remember the little things, Mia's laughter, Jake's questions. Those moments give me strength." Clara's eyes filled with tears as she realized how much her mother had gone through. She understood now that Lila's experiences helped make her the mother she was. Lila's courage inspired Clara to learn more about her mother's life. "Can we find out more about Grandma?" Mia asked, looking up from the letter. "Yes. Let's go to the library in town. We can look for more records and stories," Clara said. The next day, they went to the Maplewood Library. Clara spoke to Mrs. Henderson, the librarian, who was happy to help them. Together, they searched old newspapers and records. They found stories about Lila's bravery during difficult times, how she helped others, and even a mention of her childhood dance performances. Clara felt excited. She was learning so much about Lila, but there was still one part missing. Clara wanted to know about Lila's dreams, the dreams she never had a chance to make real. Why didn't Lila travel? Why did she stay in Maplewood? One evening, while working on the biography, Clara decided to ask Mia and Jake what they thought about Lila's dreams. They sat together on the porch, watching the sunset as the sky turned orange and pink. "What do you think Grandma would have done if she had more time?" Clara asked. Mia thought for a moment. "Maybe she would have traveled to see the places she talked about," she said. Jake nodded. "And she would have helped even more people," he added. Clara smiled, feeling warmth in her heart. They were right. Lila had many dreams that she couldn't fulfill because of life's challenges, but that didn't make her any less strong. It made Clara even more determined to tell her mother's story. Each day, Clara, Mia, and Jake worked more on the biography. The love and connection they shared grew stronger. Clara felt like she wasn't just writing about Lila, but also helping to heal the past. Finally, after weeks of gathering stories and piecing together Lila's life, Clara finished the biography. It was a beautiful story, filled with memories, struggles, and dreams, showing how Lila lived a life full of love and strength. One special evening, Clara invited family and friends to celebrate Lila's story. Everyone gathered around, and Clara stood up with the finished book in her hands.